Reality TV is full of love triangles, messy breakups, and questionable life choices, but 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after. Season 9 might have just introduced its most bizarre storyline yet. In the middle of an already chaotic season, a new cast member, Matt Brannis, has captured viewers' attention, not because of his love story, but because of the growing theory that he's being held hostage, emotionally, if not literally. While that might sound dramatic, fans on Reddit and social media can't stop pointing out that every time Matt appears on screen with his partner, Jasmine Pineda, his body language screams one thing: send help. From open marriage to open chaos. To understand how Matt landed in this situation, you have to rewind to the wild ride that is Jasmine and Gino Palazzolo's relationship. The Panamanian firecracker and her Michigan-born husband have been one of the most talked about couples in 90 Day Fiancé history. Between explosive fights, tearful makeups, and eyebrow-raising demands, Jasmine has never been one to fade into the background. So when Jasmine and Gino agreed to explore an open marriage, something that shocked fans but didn't exactly surprise them, Matt entered the picture as the third party. On paper, it was meant to be a no-strings-attached arrangement. Jasmine would get some excitement, Gino would get some space, and Matt thought he was getting a beautiful, passionate partner without the full weight of a relationship. But reality has a way of rewriting the script. The turning point: Jasmine moves in. What began as a flirtation between friends took a sharp turn after one of Jasmine and Gino's many explosive fights. This time, Gino actually kicked Jasmine out of the house, and she landed right on Matt's doorstep, luggage in hand. For most people, letting a friend crash for a few days isn't a big deal. But this wasn't just any friend. This was Jasmine, a woman known for her intense personality, quick temper, and high-maintenance expectations. And she wasn't planning on leaving anytime soon. Almost overnight, Matt went from being the fun side guy to full-time boyfriend, complete with all the emotional labor, daily bickering, and constant demands that come with it. The transition didn't seem to suit him. Is Matt a hostage? The meme that took over Reddit. The hostage theory started with a single Reddit post from user glittering_custard10, who shared a screenshot of Matt looking utterly bewildered during a conversation with Jasmine. The caption was short and savage. Is Matt a hostage? The post blew up, with hundreds of comments dissecting Matt's facial expressions, posture, and tone of voice in recent episodes. One reply from Impressive Skirt 416 summed up the mood perfectly. He's a hostage, for the next 18 years. While the comment was clearly tongue-in-cheek, the sentiment resonated. Fans began noticing how often Matt appeared stiff, hesitant, or outright uncomfortable when Jasmine spoke, especially when she was making demands or sharing her version of events. Why Matt might look like he's in captivity. Of course, it's easy to read into body language on a reality show. But in Matt's case, there are several possible reasons why he appears so checked out. 1. The emotional whiplash. Matt likely entered this arrangement thinking it would be lighthearted and fun. Suddenly, he was living with someone whose life is a constant emotional rollercoaster, and that's exhausting, even for the most patient partner. 2. Lack of experience. Before Jasmine, Matt reportedly hadn't been in any long-term, serious relationships. That lack of relationship, muscle memory, might make the adjustment to living with a strong personality like Jasmine's even more overwhelming. 3. The public pressure. Being in a relationship is one thing, being in a relationship on 90 Day Fiancé is something else entirely. Cameras follow you, producers push for drama, and millions of viewers are ready to analyze your every move. 4. The Gino factor. Let's not forget, Jasmine's ex-husband is still very much in the picture. Not only does Gino remain a major figure in her life, but their unresolved issues often spill into her current relationship. That's a lot for anyone to handle. From gym buddies to reality TV drama, Matt and Jasmine's connection started innocently enough. They met at a gym in Michigan, bonded over workouts and casual conversation, and slowly built a friendship. When Jasmine's marriage hit a rough patch, Matt became a shoulder to lean on. This emotional support eventually turned physical, with both agreeing it was just for fun. But relationships born in chaos rarely stay casual for long. Once Jasmine moved in, the energy shifted, and the cracks began to show. Signs Matt is in over his head. If you watch closely, there are moments that say more than any confessionals ever could. The blank stare. When Jasmine is talking a mile a minute about her feelings, Matt often stares into the middle distance like he's calculating how many more days until filming ends. The awkward smile. Sometimes he nods and smiles, but it's the kind of smile that doesn't reach his eyes. The passive responses. Instead of engaging in arguments, Matt often mumbles short, non-committal replies, the verbal equivalent of waving a white flag. These moments feed into the hostage narrative, painting a picture of a man who might be too polite, too conflict avoidant, or too overwhelmed to push back. Does he regret it? It's not hard to imagine Matt lying awake at night wondering if he made a mistake. What was supposed to be a passionate fling has turned into a full-blown relationship, one where his partner is still entangled with her ex and where his every move is broadcast to the world. But regret is complicated. Matt might still find Jasmine attractive, still feel affection for her, and still want things to work out. At the same time, he might be quietly mourning the loss of his independence and the carefree arrangement he once had. The possibility no one wants to consider. Of course, there's always the chance that Matt is completely fine and simply comes across as awkward on camera. Reality TV editing has a way of creating narratives that aren't entirely accurate, cutting together clips to fit a predetermined storyline. Maybe Matt isn't a hostage, maybe he's just a chill, introverted guy who doesn't do big facial reactions. Maybe he and Jasmine have a private dynamic that works for them, even if it baffles the audience. Still, if that's the case, he might want to work on his poker face. The future of Hostage Matt. As 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After. Season 9 rolls on, all eyes are on Matt. Will he push back against Jasmine's demands? Will he set boundaries? Or will he continue to smile politely while the internet memes spiral out of control? Fans are divided. Some think he'll eventually break free, whether that means asking Jasmine to move out or stepping away from the relationship entirely. Others think he's in it for the long haul, whether out of love, loyalty, or sheer inability to navigate the breakup process on national TV. Why the audience is so invested. The hostage narrative isn't just about Matt, it taps into something bigger that fans have seen play out across multiple 90 Day Fiancé couples. The franchise has a long history of pairing intense, controlling personalities with more laid-back, passive partners. It's a dynamic that creates plenty of drama, but also leaves viewers torn between entertainment and concern. Andrei Kastravit pressuring his wife Elizabeth Pothis to move across the world. Jasmine controlling every aspect of Gino's life. These storylines make for compelling TV, but they also spark real conversations about healthy relationships, emotional boundaries, and what it means to truly consent to a lifestyle change. The bottom line, whether Matt Brannis is a genuine victim of relationship whiplash or just the unlucky star of an overblown internet joke, one thing is clear, his storyline has struck a chord with 90 Day Fiancé fans. His wide-eyed, uncertain expressions have become a symbol of every person who's ever agreed to something without fully understanding what they were getting into. As the season unfolds, we'll see if Matt finds his voice, or if he continues to play the role of reality TV's most polite hostage. Either way, the cameras will keep rolling, the Reddit threads will keep speculating, and the memes will keep coming. For now, all we can say is, Matt, if you can hear us, blink twice.